Welcome to Tropical Boots Line Dancing. My name is Trent Duncan, and today we're going to be going through some terminology when it comes to line dancing. We're going to be going over some of the basic steps, what's normally referred to as absolute beginner. So these steps are included in most absolute beginner line dancers, and the idea of this video is to give you that base formation for understanding terminology. So let's get into it. The first step that you're most likely going to learn when you learn your first line dance is a vine. They are a fair staple in line dancing. So a vine is 4 steps to 4 counts of music, with the 4th step usually resulting in some form of variable. So it could be many different things. It could be a touch, it could be a hitch, it could be a kick, it could be a heel or a scuff. So for our demonstration purposes today, we're just going to be doing what's called a touch at the end of that vine. So we're going to start off with a vine to the right, and then we're going to repeat that and do a vine to the left. So first of all, moving to the right, you're going to step with your right foot out to your right side. You're then going to step that left foot behind. You're then going to step the right foot to the right side again. And then that 4th count will be that left bringing together with a touch. So a touch is where you do not take the weight, you just touch the foot beside the other one and the weight remains with your right. To do a left vine, you would take the exact same steps but in the opposite direction. So stepping the left to the left, the right behind, the left to the left, and then again, we're gonna tap or touch that right beside the left. Let's repeat that once more and just do that with a count. So moving to our right, 7, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeating back to the left, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you do a vine. The next step I'm going to show you through is often referred to as a jazz box step or just box step. As an Australian, we often just call it a box step. We don't see adding an extra name or an extra word in there. Now, the box step has 2 variants. You have what we call a straight box step or a turning box step. So we're going to be practicing the straight box step, and then I'll also be demonstrating for you the turning box step. So again, with this one, your weight is going to be, again, on your left. We are going to be working with that right foot. In a sense, what you're going to be doing is moving in a small box on the ground, so you're going to be drawing a box with your feet in a sense. So the first step is with that right foot, you're going to step it across the left. You're then going to step that left foot back slightly. You're then going to step the right foot to the right side, and then you're going to bring that left together with a tap or bringing it actually together to take the weight. Now, that will depend on the dance you're doing. Sometimes you will do just a tap, other times you will actually bring it together and take the weight onto that left. So once more, that motion will be stepping the right across the stepping the right across the left, stepping that left back, stepping the right to the right side, and then bringing that left together. In this sense, we will be taking the weight. So to repeat that once more, this time with a count, again, a box step is over 4 counts. So moving with that right foot, 7, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the next variation on this is a turning box step where you will turn a quarter turn. So with this one, same motion, except you're going to end up turning a quarter turn to end up facing where your right shoulder is. So you're going to be facing that right side wall. You're going to start with your weight on your left, moving that right across. You're going to step that right across. As you step back with that left, you're going to begin that quarter turn. You're then going to step the right to the side, completing that turn for that quarter turn. And then you're going to bring that left foot together, and we're going to take the weight. So repeating that again. Weight is on the left, stepping with that right, we step the right across, we step the left back as we start the turn, step the right to the side to complete the turn, and then bring that left foot together and we take the weight. Once more, this time with a count, we're going to go 7, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a box step and a turning box step. Both can be done with a starting on the left foot as well, so I would suggest practicing both a right and a left box step, as both can be found in dances. However, the large majority of dancers you will find are just a right box step. The next step I'm going to take you through is a rocking step. So a rock is the short version of calling that, and that's where you're going to be transferring weight. So there's a few different variants on this. So firstly, I'm going to show you with the right foot, and then we're going to do it on the left foot. So the first rock we're going to do is a rock forward, and then we'll do that on the left as well. So a rock forward is simply where we step slightly forward with that right foot, and then we push or we rock the weight back onto the left foot. So again, you would start by stepping forward on the right and then rocking back onto the left. Let's do that on the left foot as well. So transfer your weight onto your right. You're going to step that left foot forward, and then you're going to rock back onto the right. So that is done over 2 counts. So again, if we bring our feet together, move your weight onto your left, we're going to rock forward with that right, or push forward with the right and rock back onto the left. We're going to do that over 2 counts, 7, and we go 1, 2. Now, a rock can also be back and to the side. So a back rock is the same as a forward rock, except you start by traveling backwards first. So if you step your right foot back and then rock your weight forward onto your left. So again, from a standing position, you would step back and rock forward. The same can be done with the left foot as well. So you would step back and rock forward. Now, a side rock is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to be stepping to the side and then rocking the weight back onto your other foot. So if we do this with the right to begin with, you step to the right side and then you rock your weight back onto your left. The same would be done with the left, so you would step out with the left and you would rock your weight onto your right. So that completes the few different variants on a rock. There are a couple of other ones where you might do a cross rock, which is just simply stepping the foot across. And there may be some different variants that you'll find as you progress through line dancing as well. But for absolute beginners, that is the basic. The next part to a rock is called a rocking chair. So very similar to what we just did. In fact, it's just combining a forward rock and a back rock together to call it a rocking chair. So let's just demonstrate that one. Weight is on our left. We're going to step forward with that right foot first. So we're going to rock forward. Then we're going to rock our weight back. We're going to step back onto the right, and then we're going to rock the weight onto the left. So that entire motion moving forward and back is called a rocking chair. With the counts on that one, we go 7, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, you will find many different variations on a rock, but the basics for absolute beginners is what we've just walked through. So the next step I'm going to take you through is called a Vee Step. So a Vee Step, if we think about the letter V and we draw that on the ground, and we're going to be drawing that with our feet. So starting from your standing position, so weight will be on our left to begin with this one. We're going to step that right foot out just on a slight 45-degree angle. So you're going to step out. You're going to match that with the left, stepping it out to the 45-degree angle as well. Then you're going to bring that right foot back into that center position and bring that left back to meet it. And that completes your V. So once more, you would step out with the right, you would step out with the left, then you would step the right back to center and the left back to center. The count for this is over 4 counts. So if we walk that one through, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, that step was called a Vee Step. The next one we're going to go through is called a K Step. So like a V Step, it's a letter. So we're going to be drawing a letter on the ground with our feet. With a K Step, you are looking at a capital K, and we're just going to be drawing the 2 legs. So the upper leg and the lower leg of the K. So weight on our left, we're going to step right on that 45-degree angle again. So we're going to step forward on that right. We're going to tap the left beside the right. We're then going to step that left back to the center position and bring the right to meet it. We're then going to step back onto that right, and we're going to tap the left beside it, stepping forward onto that left into the center position and tap the right beside it again. So that motion once more, we're stepping right at the 45, tap that left beside it, step back to the center with the left and tap the right beside, step back at that right 45 and tap the left beside it, stepping forward on that left and tapping the right beside. Now, let's go through that with a count. This one is done over 8 counts. So moving forward and back and forward. 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is a K step. The next step that can be found in many different absolute beginner dances is called a Rhumba. Now, there is the Rhumba and then the Rhumba Box. So we're going to be learning the Rhumba and the Rhumba Box in one set. So, Rhumbas can be right or left. They can also be forward or back. For this purpose, we're going to be starting with a right Rhumba and we're going to be right Rhumba forward. So a right Rhumba is simply stepping the right to the right side, bring that left together and take the weight, step forward on the right and tap the left beside it. That completes a right Rhumba forward. So once more, you would go right side together, bring right forward, tap. That is done over 4 counts. So if we count that out, 7 and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. The same can be done with the left. So if we just demonstrate moving to the left, we go left together, right, left, forward, tap. So it's the same motion, but just on the left foot. Now, to change that into a Rhumba Box, if we start with moving towards the right first, and we are going to be doing another right forward, you go right side, together, right forward, tap. Now you're going to do a left Rhumba, but you're going to go back instead of forward. So you're going to go left, together, left, back, tap. So you can see how I've traveled in a box, and that is called a Rhumba Box. So to repeat that again, we go right side, together, right forward, tap, left side, together, left back, tap. Now a Rhumba again can be traveling forward or traveling back. So I'm just going to go over those changes as well, or that difference. So if we start with the right again, but this time we're going to travel back first. So you would go right side, together, right back, tap. The same with the left can be done as well. So you could start with a left Rhumba back. So you would go left side, together, left back, tap. You can also end up with variants where you end up doing a right Rhumba forward and a left Rhumba forward. So again, depending on the dance that you're doing and how it's being choreographed, it will depend on how those steps can be combined. So the next terminology I'm going to go through is what's called struts. Now there are what we call heel struts and then what I call toe drops, or some instructors will call them toe struts. So I'm going to demonstrate this one as well. So facing our front, we are going to start with our weight on our left, and we're going to do a normal strut forward, which is using our heel. So what you do is you actually place your right heel slightly forward and then you drop the toe down. That's over 2 counts. So again, with that right foot, you would go heel, toe. Once you drop that toe, you're actually placing the weight or moving the weight forward onto that right foot. You would do the same with a left strut. You would go heel, toe. And again, you are moving that weight forward as you drop that foot. So with that right and left, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, a toe drop or a toe strut is the same but in opposite. And you're going to be doing that moving forward. So with the right foot, you would place your right toe forward and drop the heel. And as you drop that heel, you move that weight onto that leg. So with the left, toe, heel. Now struts, heel struts really only get done going forward, whereas toe drops can also be done in a backwards motion as well, where you would be traveling backwards going toe, heel, heel. So they can also go forward. Whereas heel struts generally only move in a forward direction. The last step to round out our absolute beginner terminology will be a piddle and a paddle. Now, these are both turning steps, so these are steps that are used in order to help turn you direction. So a piddle is a smaller version of a paddle. So we're going to start with that. So these are often classified under a pivot step as well. However, I've broken them down into 3 different variants in being a piddle, paddle, and a pivot. So if we start with this one with our weight on our left, what you're going to do is you're going to touch that right foot slightly forward. Then you're going to use that right foot to pivot yourself just a 45 degrees. So you're on that slight angle. You're going to step on that right foot again, and you're going to pivot or just move yourself again, pivot that 45 degrees. So you end up turning a full quarter turn. That's 2 piddle turns. So 1 piddle turn would be stepping the right forward and just a pivot to a 45 degree angle. The second piddle turn will be stepping on that right again and pivoting that 45 degrees. Each time you complete the pivot, your weight will end up back on the original foot where it stayed, so on the left in this case. So once more with that piddle turn, you're going to go touch, turn, the weight should end up being on your left, touch, turn, and again the weight should end up being on your left, and you've completed a full quarter turn. Let's just do that with a count. We're going to do 2 piddles together, so end up turning that full quarter turn. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, to step that one up to the next level will be a paddle. So a paddle is a full quarter turn in one motion. So similar to the piddle, but just a full quarter turn, and there's not usually 2 of them, there is only usually 1. However, in some dances you will find paddles being done in sequence. So weight on our left, you're gonna go forward, and then you're gonna pivot yourself that quarter turn. Weight should end up back on your left leg. Once more, you're gonna go forward, paddle, and you turn that full quarter turn. Now, as I said before, these can be done in sequence, which means that you will find dances where you do a paddle, and then you can find dances that continue that right around. So if you're practicing, feel free to paddle yourself right around in a full turn. Let's do that paddle turn again. Let's do 2 of them together to end up completing us a half turn. And we're gonna do that with a count. So moving forward with our right, 7, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings me to the end of some of our basic absolute beginner steps. I'm sure there's more that other instructors may count as absolute beginner, but for me, these are my absolute basics to get you through the first few weeks of terminology when it comes to line dancing. There'll be additional videos that you'll be able to find on my channel here on YouTube, where you'll be able to go through and have a look at other step terminology as well to help you learn different line dances. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one.